welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Super Bowl time, baby.
Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Washington Commanders and the Denver Broncos, and it comes your way next.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the AFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
Fans, Jaden Daniels, first Super Bowl, first season, and made to the Super Bowl. It's going to go down.
Confidence, these guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, the Commanders making their first appearance in this game with their new nickname. Remember, under their previous moniker, they made the big game 5 times and won it 3 of those.
But it's been more than 30 years since their last appearance here, partner. Super Bowl 26.
Here we go, baby.
Minneapolis. That was the old Metrodome. Mark Rippon leading them to victory in that one.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and not a whole lot of room to... First down run, he gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Third and 19. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Play action. Now Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's free going. It's a foot race. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a long play for first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. And that flag accepted. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines?
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And now off to the races down the right side. Into the end zone for a Denver score. Greg Dulcich, 65 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They're a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down. I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8.
They caught that.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And they'll accept that penalty. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. And the defense loses. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL. I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself.
There he goes, right side. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 59 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start with the option. Give to Robinson on the option. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the sideline he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., 60 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so the minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Down to the... So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Shit.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a forward DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To the air goes Daniels. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Washington. Austin Eckler. 59 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Throwing is Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That is caught. Have the first down and then some. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand,
Offside.
partner.
Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Eckler now between the tackles. There he goes left side. Eckler, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Jackson. Wide open receiver. Now he's loose again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos have regained the lead. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Daniels. And he completes. Terry McLaurin. There he goes again, and he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job, execute it.
Jackson. Oh, wide open. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
It's fireworks out.
59 yards. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete. McLaurin. he's into the clear again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out and decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now, this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. Big strides, look at him go. Take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Greg Dulcich, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete. Now he's loose again. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. Now, down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. What is is going on here. 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And the Broncos once again going for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone. So that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, Daniels. He finds Robinson. He's to the 15, and he'll score. Down Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Looking to throw. Daniels flush to his right. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Michael Thomas, 61 yards. And the Broncos have tied the
New Orleans, former Saints.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. Airing one out for Crowder. And this is on the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. And he's got it. Terry McLaurin from 13 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Now, once again, Washington going to break the huddle and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
To throw is Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Daniels looking to throw. This one caught by Crowder. Down to the 10. And he takes Commanders touchdown. Jamison Crowder, 56 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Jackson.
Look at this shit. It doesn't make
They got
sense.
him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Clear again. He may go. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So now the Broncos are going to again go for 2 here. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they go play action. Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got. Now he's loose again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 63 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
What the hell was that?
And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to get to the goal line. The defense keeps him out of the end zone, and as a result, that's going to keep this game tied. So we started all even as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action, now it's Daniels. Dancing to his left. And do not ask me to explain what in the world happened there, folks. That's a safety in the strangest of ways, my word.
Don't even say it, partner. Don't even say it.
The name Wrong Way Marshall comes to mind.
You said it. You said it.
This might be worse than that, though. It is. This is worse than that. Now it's Jackson. folks. That's a safety in the strangest of ways. My word. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Here's Daniels. And he completes this. There he goes again. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Still going inside the 20. It into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Commanders lined up here. They're going to try for 2 once again. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing left side here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Broncos have cut the lead back down to 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's through an opening, and there. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 59 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Clear again. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Here is Eckler. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a 3rd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his toe. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So now Washington will again go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
I press element.
He had the option, decided to keep it. I don't know that it would have mattered either way, though. Defended pretty well.
It really was, wasn't it? Because option plays are really standard two-point calls, and you have to prep against them, and they did their prep well on that one.
And out of bounds there on the kick. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson now. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Jackson throwing left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a down score. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from moving out in front. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. To throw is Daniels. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now he's loose again. And he takes it in for the Commanders' touchdown. Terry McLaurin finding the end zone yet again. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Jackson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. There he goes again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, he flat out can't be stopped. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years numbers of two-point tries and see what the data tells us? Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.